Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? It is Wednesday, October the 15th. And it's Debbie Scott here, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bridgeton, Ontario. If you're new to my channel, if you're just finding me here on Facebook or later on YouTube, welcome and thanks for spending some time with me today watching me put my layout together. So today we're working with the Road to Christmas kit. Now at this point, this kit is unorderable, but it is still listed. So I assume that means that they're going to be bringing it back. There's probably some stock on the way, just not sure when they're going to get it. But it is an absolutely beautiful kit, and it was a really great price point too for making 8 cards. So this kit comes with everything that you need. It's a non-stamping kit. However, the inside of your card is blank. So you could just write on there, but maybe you would like to have a stamp, Merry Christmas or something in there. That was the only thing I found. These 2 cards I've made up almost exactly as they are shown in the kit, other than I added a puppy to the second card because they send you so much extra product. So I'll go through what is available in the kit. You're going to get everything that you need. So you get your adhesive. It's got some tear and tape and some dimensionals. And then we've got our sentiment pieces. And you get those, I think, in 4 different languages were in there. I just kept my English ones. You're going to get your card bases. You get 4. This is a little bit lighter than this one. Doesn't make a huge difference. I honestly didn't even notice until I started to put these cards together. You're going to get your laser cut images. So like I said, you get 2 sheets of this, so you get 8 puppies. So if you want to put puppies on every card, you absolutely can. You're going to get the tree cutouts and the gifts. And then that's another layer for the front. This one I've used all of my layers because I'm using that on my layout today. You get all your little truck cutouts. And you're going to get 4 of each truck. There's 2 different ones. And then you also get your envelopes, which were absolutely beautiful this time. It's got the trees on the bottom of the front of the envelope, and then inside it's got this great red check. Alrighty, put those away. Whoopsie. And then you're also going to get your instructions. So this one doesn't come with a stamp set or a block or ink because as I mentioned, it's non-stamping. So for your instructions here, it's going to go through everything that's needed for each card. And then it goes through more detailed instruction of where to place your adhesive and then where to place your items on your card. And then on the back here, we've just got everything included in your kit. And it's also got the colors listed there. So that's kind of nice if you're creating alternatives so you know which colors to use. And Stampin' Up! Kits have really been impressing me lately. I also got, oh, what is that one called? Calm and Bright, I think. This one here. And I started putting it together this morning, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's unorderable right now as well. But hopefully it comes back because it is absolutely beautiful. I've got 2 of the cards done, and I love them. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to start on my layout for today. We are doing a 12 by 12 layout, as I mentioned. And we're going to start with a white card base, or white 12 by 12 sheet. So as you see, I've got some little marks on this one. So I chose this one on purpose because that's not going to show. I'm going to have that all covered up. Alrighty, just bringing it up on my iPad here. It looks good. Okay. My daughter was coloring. I think she was working on her art project and she was coloring on my desk and I didn't realize. And then I set my paper down and it's just got some pencil crayon marks. But that's okay because we're going to cover it up. So I have grabbed 2 of my card bases. And as I mentioned, there are 2 different colors, but as long as you grab 2 the same, doesn't matter. Now this is going to kind of go like this. So we're going to have a white border around the edge. Now you can see the score line. So you do have a couple options. One, you can leave it and just be like, it is what it is, because I'm going to have this line here as well. You could run this through your embosser in one of your big folders and put embossing on the back. And then that's going to get rid of that little line there. And your third option is to cover it up with embellishments on your page. So I'm kind of doing 1 and 3. I'm going to leave it. I'm not too worried about it. It doesn't really bother me. And 3, I am covering up quite a bit of that line and quite a bit of my seam as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these down. So if you do like our kits, we also have Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is a great card kit. It comes in your mailbox every month. Now you just kind of get a sneak peek of what it's going to be like. These card kits that I'm using today that are part of our kit collection, you know exactly what you're ordering. So that's the only difference with Paper Pumpkin, is it just gives you an idea and then it's a surprise. And it's also subscription based. The Paper Pumpkin is. Whereas this card kit, you can, if it was available, the kit collection, you can just go on and order 1 or you can order 20 of them, however many you need. Okay, so that's going to go there. But yeah, the quality of our card kits, Paper Pumpkin or Kit Collection, have really, really been impressing me lately. All right, so I have taken the background of this card here. Now first I laid them down and I didn't like how it just gave me a straight line. So what I did is I just fussy cut and I went kind of along the light string there, the string lights, and then up around the buildings. Okay, and I just fussy cut all along there. And then I'm going to line up where I've cut to make that kind of a seamless area there. And this one's going to go here. So as you can see, it makes it stair-stepped along the bottom here, because this side is higher than this side when you cut it. So not a problem. I'm going to add just a little bit of pecan pie to go along the bottom so that you can't see that. And I'm just going to bring that down just to the bottom of this one. And that's going to go there. Now, I kind of cut these wrong, I guess you would say. I cut this one too small, just by like, I don't know, a millimeter. So I'm going to move this over to the edge because I know that this seam is going to be completely covered with trees. So I'm not too worried about that. So we're going to bring this down right about here. And I'm going to adhere these next. I am going to be tucking my photo underneath, so I'm just not going to go all the way to the top there. just to leave room for that. I think that'll be good. Just a little bit of white border along the bottom. My cityscape is going to go all the way right edge to edge. So along with that all is calm and bright card kit that I showed you, we also came out with a new scrapbooking Christmas kit, which I've got, but I haven't opened it really too much yet. I just had a quick little peek in the package. But everything that you need to create a little mini album. It looks pretty neat. And what else? Oh, and then we've got our Nutcracker tags, like to create Christmas gift tags. And then there's some other Christmas ones on there too. If you go onto our website and just type in the search bar kits, then it will bring them all up. All right, that's going to go along there. And the same thing, I'm going to put my adhesive at the bottom because I have some things I'm going to tuck into there. So although this kit isn't available, there are lots of kits on the website, Christmas and otherwise. There we go. Alrighty. So for my photo, I am using just a Christmas photo of the grandparents and my daughter and my son and my nephews. And then I thought it was perfect because we were able to get the puppy in there, Charlie, and he's got a red check scarf on there for Christmas. He is just so adorable. But Addie really was able to make him stay for the photo. Okay, so that's, this here, what I have done is I've taken one of the envelopes. Let me grab one. Taken the envelopes, put it in my trimmer, and then I just cut like 1/8 of an inch or not even off the sides, and then opened it up, and it's got the pattern all the way down there. So I was able to use that for my photo mat. I am going to put my photo down. And I'm going flush with the bottom of my photo mat because it's going to be tucked in. So you're not going to see that. And then that's going to give me an even border all the way around. And that's going to tuck in there. Yeah, right about there. And I'm going to lay that down as well. And I didn't go all the way to the edge because I have some things to tuck in there as well. Some greenery. So I'm just making sure that the bottom of my photo mat is tucked in behind there without covering up too much of Charlie. There we go. So this month, the special, we have some join offers going on. So if you're interested in getting a discount on some product, let me know because we have a great a great promotion right now. 2 options actually. So this little label I have gotten from the Label Me Grateful dies, which I absolutely love. I created a card yesterday. I don't know if you saw it on my Facebook page, but I used a bunch of these little sprigs and some of these little berries and my label piece as well. I love this label piece. I believe there's a stamp set to go with this, but I didn't get it. I just got it for the dies because I really like them. So this is going to tuck under here. I may need to cut this because I've got quite a bit of it. But before I do that, maybe I'll put my numbers on. I'm going to put the date here. This was 2022. These numbers, they just came from Michaels and quite a while ago. So I don't know if that's something that is available still or not. Just going to bring in my silicone mat and some white glue, and I'm going to start with the 0 and the 2. So our joint offers for this month, it just goes until the end of October. So just until Halloween. And you can get $252 worth of product for $135. No tax, and I believe, no shipping, and I believe no tax in Ontario. So that is different in different areas. Or you can choose $165 worth of product for $48. And this is one of the best joint offers I've seen them do. And you get to choose anything that you want, like, which is kind of nice with Stampin' Up. Other companies will tell you what you have to get in your starter kit, but Stampin' Up lets you choose anything. So it could be all sale merchandise, it could be all brand new product, anything you like. Okay, so I'm just going to take my scissors and cut this. I'm going to cut it about there. And just use my scissors because it's going to be tucked in, so you're not going to be able to tell if it's really straight or not anyway. Got a little bit of glue on my fingers. You'll also get a paper pumpkin kit with your starter kit. Okay, so that's going to go about there. And I kind of like how that looks with it popped up like that. So I'm just going to grab this, my dimensionals, and put those on. And I think it'll still work with my numbers, because I do still have my other 2 numbers to put on. So I'm just going to put glue on half of my number so that it will sit like that. Okay. Try not to put too much this time. There we go. Still got too much. Does dry clear, but there we go. And my other two, I'm going to put my glue on the other side. There we go. Sorry if my arm's kind of in the way there. I was just putting glue on the other side, and that's going to go there. And I have cut out a few of these little branches. I think I already put this away. It is from the Delicate Pines dies. So there's the stamp set, but I've already put my dies away. And those are just going to tuck under here like that. I want that to go down a little bit further. So I'm going to cut this. My glue away before I make a mess. And I'm just using a glue dot there. There, I like that better. And, oh, there it is. And same with this one. I'm going to cut some of that off. There we go. I think I'll work up at the top here next. So I've cut just a little piece I had left over from the inside of my envelope. And that's going to go there. I think I can just lay that down. Then I've taken one of my sentiment pieces, Sending Loads of Christmas Cheer. That's going to go there. And I've taken some of my little presents, and those are going to go there. But before I do that, I'm going to put a couple of these down. A couple of these little sprigs. Because I had so much green at the bottom, I wanted to bring some of that Mossy Meadow green up to the top of the layout as well. Oh, I just ripped that right off. I'm just going to use my bone folder to add a bit of dimension, some curves to that. I'm going to do flat adhesive at the top. So that's going to go there, and our gifts are going to go here. And I think I'll pop up our presents. And then I've taken just a little bit of our black and white check ribbon. This is retired, but I still have a little bit left, with some of our black twine, and just created a little bow there. Oh, I need more glue dots. These are ones that I just have left over from a kit. I'm going to put a couple on the back here. When they come in the kit, they just have the little backings on them. They're great. They're just a little bit finicky. And we're just going to put that there. There we go. Okay, so now I can kind of work on the bottom here. So we've got one of our trucks, and it's kind of neat how they've done this. There's a little slit here, so you can put your presents right in the truck. But if you wanted to use it without, it still looks fine. Or if you wanted to add one of the trees in the back, which is how we did this card here, then you can do that too. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go with the presents. Like that. I am going to end up popping this up. So just to hold this, I'm going to put a dimensional here, and that's going to hold my gifts in the right place. I'm just not going to peel off the back quite yet. That's going to go along the bottom. And then I've got some trees. And they're going to go there. So that is going to cover up my seam. And then I've went ahead and I've cut out some trees. These are retired, but I will show you because this was a popular set as well. These are from the Trees for Sale. And that's these dies here. That was the one we got with the little camper. I was thinking maybe these are Celebration, but now I don't remember that for sure. But yeah, you get the little trees in there. So I've just cut out a few of those as well, just to add a few more trees to my layout without using all the trees from the kit, because I do still want to make the card, some of the cards. Just going to use a little bit of white glue here. And that's going to go onto my backing. So I've done my detail die in Mossy Meadow and my background die in Old Olive. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and do all three. I cut out one in each size. And I've got one more here. Okay, I'm going to lay this tree down. So that one's going to go right there over top of my seam. And then I can put this one down. Actually, I'm going to do this one next because it's going behind. And that one's going to go like that, I think. Yeah, so that one's going to go there. And then this one's going to go flat as well. And then I can add my truck. I'm going to put a few more dimensionals on there. And get those backings off. And I'm going to layer that there. Oh, actually, I'm going to go this way a little bit, just so a little more of that tree shows. There we go. And then since I had that trees for sale set out using these dies, I went ahead and punched the trees for sale sign. And I'm just going to tuck that in behind my truck. And then that's where my little puppy is going to go too. So I just want a dimensional at the bottom of my puppy because he's going to layer over top of the truck, and I just want him to sit flat. There we go. And then I've got a few more trees to go on this end of my layout here. So I'm going to go over top of this seam because you can kind of see that it's not, the trees like don't match up there. This one I'm going to tuck right behind my pecan pie piece. And then this one. And my smallest one. Oh, I guess he's going to go behind. There we go. And then this one, I could pop it up. There we go. Oh, and then presents. And that's going to go here. So I just want a dimensional on this side. And then we're going to use flat adhesive on this, on the other side. Let me go over a little more. There. And I kind of felt, after I got this far, I kind of felt like it needed just a little, I don't know, a little something. So I cut out a bunch of these little stars just in crushed curry. I'm just going to grab some more glue dots out of my drawer here. Looks like I need to buy some more of those. Just so that I don't have to peel the backings off of all of these. It does take a little while. I'm just going to kind of put these around instead of doing like gems. or embellishments. These are going to work as my embellishments. So I hope this this card kit comes back because it is so cute. I do have a class on this kit, but it is sold out, and unfortunately, since I can't buy any more kits, I can't have anyone else in the class. My class is full. So we're doing that at the end of the month. So that should be a fun one. Oops. Just give me 1 second here. I have to get some of this out of my way. Bring my stars over closer. There we go. So the glue dots are just a tad big, but I'm just kind of folding them behind so that they don't show. Oh, that one wanted to stick. There we go. I really like the just little bit of color that these add to my layout. I dropped one. I'll have to get him later. And just help your eye move around the page. That's what you want your embellishments to do, just to help keep your eye moving to look at all the things. That's why we're kind of strategically placing those around. And there we go. And then I do have one more. Oh, I guess I can reach it. It didn't go too far. Thought I lost it. Oh, I put the I put the glue dot on the wrong side. I thought I had one more here, but I don't. I will have to cut out another one because I'd just like to put a third one here. But there we go. That is my layout for today. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today. And then I will be back next week, and I still need to decide what I'm going to be working with next week. If I'm going to stick with Christmas or what I'm going to do. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and have a good week. Bye.